Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. The only way to know if a dating coach is legit. Because there's always an argument about that, and this is my view. A lot of times, I'm not hearing what men should actually be asking of these dating coaches. They be like trying to judge if they legit by like receipts or something like that. Let me talk about that receipts thing for a second. Whether they are legitimate receipts or like them with a woman, or illegitimate, like they paying some model or something. At the end of the day, it's irrelevant. Because, okay, let's say they totally legit. Totally legit. I mean, if they illegitimate, like they paid models or something, okay, we can get that. But say they totally legit. Okay, this dude can attract women to him. How's that helping the person that's taking that man's advice? Understand something. If the man can attract women to him, okay, fine. Women are not like some cookie cutter where if one man does something with a woman, every man can do something with a woman. And whatever, I mean, seriously, whatever he says, because he might think, yeah, if you do this, this, and this, and let's be real, he could be attracting that woman because they like how he look. Remember, I'm not one of these people that say looks don't matter. She might like how he look, you know. The women he getting like his body build, or he's in the right position. They just click personality wise. Okay, how's that helping you? How's that helping you? I want y'all to think about it. Regardless of what he shows, how's that helping you? Here's the key. Here is the key. It's a very simple key. How are you receiving his teaching? Can that person teach you to be better, period? What are the results? What are the results? Let me speak for myself. What have I continuously said? I've continuously said several times. Now, I'm known for talking about body game, and I've had some other stuff. I always say, go try it out, see if it works for you. It's how they teach. Let me use an example. I like using a basketball example. How many great basketball players, like they were great, they were a bomb, but then if they tried coaching, they were lousy as hell. What good is whatever skill they have if they can't teach it, and somebody cannot come back and say, okay, I did what they said and it worked? That's the only thing that counts. Does it work? Does it work? Can you communicate whatever you're doing to for the other person? Because sometimes there's too much focus on the actual coach, the actual person. A lot of ad hominem attacks and everything, and all the focus on that coach instead of saying, does it work? Does it work? That's why I always say, like in 20 years, over 20 years of my book, I've yet to have somebody come back to me, somebody serious, and say they read the book and what I taught them, what I talked about didn't work. I'm still waiting for it. Not in general, like they specifically read the book, because really, like the whole body game thing, that's only a tiny part of my book. I'm known for it here, but my philosophy, that's just a foundation. Anybody who follows me closely, they know I get deeper into it. And even then, I will say, is it working for you? That's all that counts. That's all that counts. That's what you have to ask. Do you follow this man or sometimes women's advice? Is it working for you? Not if you think it's working, or not if you think, because one of the things I found, you get some people say, oh, that won't work. It's like, how do you know? Did you try it? That's the thing. Did you try it? Because it's one thing, and let me go into that a bit. It's my view that a lot of people on here, when they checking out different dating coaches, they doing it more for entertainment than actually doing the work. Let me say that again. They doing it for entertainment, or to hear something going in on some women, or to might co-sign something they're saying, but they haven't done the work. How you going to call somebody a coach, but you're not doing the work? That's the thing. And that goes beyond being a dating coach. That goes beyond it, because you got some people that call themselves life coaches. Okay. Have you followed this person's advice? Has your life gotten better? Not that just, the person speaking is entertaining or anything. Not that. Have you applied the information and you've seen a positive change in your life? That's with anything on any level. If you go to a martial arts dojo, are you better at martial arts? Have you actually learned something that you can apply in the real world? That's what matters. That's what matters. And here's something else with all of that. Let's bring it back around to the dating coach thing. Not only does what the dating coach say, does that apply to you? But is it specific to you? Because see, here's one of the things too. Here's one of the things. There's different ways of getting women. And see, that's a big problem. That's a big problem because you get some guys think it's just one way to get women. But the reality is it's going to be different ways. Like there's a whole lot of talk about looks, but there's some women that's not on the top of their priority. It's on their list because everything is on their list. Some women, that's the top of the list. Other women, it's not on the top of their list. Because remember, I said many women prefer to be the better looking one. So they might be looking more into your actions. I've always talked about the house of the woman. The house of the woman. I talked about that yesterday. And how women might like a man for different reasons. Like a woman, she might be looking more for that guy who's going to be a good daddy. And indeed, a lot of talk about single mothers, they might be looking for that stepdaddy. Depending on the culture, they're looking for the guy who can father their kids. If he's decent enough. Then some other women, they were looking for that guy who's more intellectual. If he looked good, fine, but he got to be able to hold an intellectual conversation with her. Other women looking for that hustler. Other women are looking for that party man. So it's going to be different. So if you're looking for a dating coach who's speaking to what you offer. In fact, I've talked about that plenty of times. You got to know yourself regardless. You got to know, okay, what do I need? What are my good points? Okay, who can help me hone my good points? Like, I'll speak for myself again. Hey, as much as I promote body game and everything, some other person might be like, well, you know what? I got more of a personality, got more of a sense of humor. Let me go to someone else who's speaking more that in a way that promotes my strengths. Think about it. You gotta know yourself to know what you actually need. And there's nothing wrong with checking out different people and really just trying what they have. But then when you get that one philosophy, and let me be clear on that, this is a philosophy. I'll get into that in a second. When you find that person with a philosophy that matches your own, then you got it. Okay, you click with it. Now, I say I was going to get more into that philosophy. Sometimes I'll see, somebody will say, well, you certified to do this. I haven't had that in a while. But no, first of all, ultimately, we all present a certain philosophy. Shout out Alan Roger Curry, the grand master of verbal seduction. That's a philosophy. That's a way of thinking. You can choose to follow it or not. The foundation for my philosophy is getting yourself in physical shape. I have a specific reason for that. But at the end of the day, it's a philosophy. And a philosophy is just a way of thinking, a way you're going to do it, a way you're going to approach it. See, you got to ask yourself, does the philosophy resonate with you? And that's how you know it's legit, if it works for you. If it works for you and everything. Because that's the main thing. That is the main thing. And you want to really work on that. You need to say, okay, this one coach is saying this. I'm not feeling it. Okay. This other coach is saying this. I'm feeling it. Okay. That's how you know they legit. Does what they say work? And does it work for you? And even then, you can't say it's illegitimate. Even then, you can't really say it's illegitimate. It just don't work for you. But if it works for someone, it's legit. It is. Does this work? That's the only thing you need to understand. Does this work? And you have different coaches with different philosophies. Find the one that works for you. Find the dojo that works for you. Shout out Obsidian. Shout out Obsidian. I always give credit where it's due. He's the one who first started talking about a dojo. And he has a different style. Hey, if it works for somebody, hey, that's all that matters. That's all that matters and stuff. And stuff, different things gonna work for different people. That's how you know it. So, anyway, that's all I have for today. I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.